Welcome back to our McGinnis Place, guys. We have a different kind of video for you today because
deer. Welcome back to our McGinnis Place, guys. We're so excited you came to join us today. We have a special video for you. It's a little bit different. Like husband was trying to say here, we had got some deer meat from a neighbor. He had offered to us. Last year he shared with us, this year, and so we went and picked it up yesterday, and so we're gonna go ahead and process it a little bit today and share with you what we're going to do with it.
Perfect.
Deal?
Deal.
Okay, you cut it, I'll watch.
So what happens behind the scenes when you're trying to film a McGinnis Place video? You have
Baby's first yogurt.
Baby's first yogurt. Like I said, guys, our neighbor is fantastic. We got 5 full freezer bags full. We've got some hams here. We've got some stew meat. I've got one that's already in the process of being cut up and shoved in the grinder. And we also got the back straps, which are the best. Some of you might be asking, why do we grind most of this up? Well, it's because our kids absolutely love deer chili, deer tacos. They love the ground meat and basically everything you would use traditional ground beef for. So with a large family, this is kind of what works best for us. It's able to feed everyone, and you know, no one has to be picky. Yoga baby got a bath, and look at those curls. Spoon. Well, everybody, look at that. All of this came from 3 of the freezer bags out of 5 that we got. And guys, it looks delicious. Welcome back. It is the next day. We've got that deer meat ground up, ready for some deer chili. We've got a little guy with us. He's about ready to go down for a nap. But as of right now, Mama is going to teach me how to make some large family chili.
It's going to be good, and you're going to be a good student, I'm sure.
Let's do it.
What are we making today?
We got chili. Mommy is going to teach me how to do it. I'm ready. So, of course, we are a large family, and if you ever have a large family, you know that this is kind of a medium-sized pot. This is 12 quarts for us, and we're going to make about maybe 8 to 10 quarts worth of chili with this. So, this is kind of our medium-large family. Yeah, this is not our
freezer full.
This is not freezer chili. This is enough to get us through dinner and a couple meals afterwards. Yes. So,
how many pounds are we doing? Did we say?
We're doing so. What we're actually going to do, we've got one of the bags we did yesterday. This is about 3.5 to 4 pounds of ground deer meat. But since deer is kind of a really lean meat, we wanted to add some fat content to it. So Mama McGinnis actually picked up some Wagyu ground beef, which was delicious. And we have some of the rendered fat from that we're going to stick in there. And we're going to use this to actually help it as well. So it's going to be delicious.
Okay, are you a chef? What are you doing?
With Daddy.
You cook with Daddy? What is he cooking?
The beans.
The beans. You look like you got kisses with lipstick on your cheeks.
I wonder who that could be from.
Did Mommy kiss you when she had lipstick on? Yeah. Are you crying yet? Are you crying?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you look like you're crying. Okay, so first we're going to go ahead and he's dicing the onion. We're going to add the onion to the pot that we have on like a low medium. And then you're going to add in the beef and the deer meat.
Okay.
You can do this.
Let's just stop crying.
This is our absolute go-to pot though. This pot we use on a daily basis. This is, how many quarts is it? 18?
It's 12 quarts.
12 quarts. We're gonna have a vlog style mode for a second because I needed to tell them some tidbits. So this is our 12 quart pot. The go-to for like if we want to do freezer meals and stock up for the family for the week would be the 24 quart pot that we keep in the basement when we're not using it in storage. It has the lid and everything to it, so it's perfect for making these huge batches when we want to stock up on them. So yeah. Today is just like you said, a little bit of extra plus a couple meals. So still crying?
Yes.
Time for the wagyu.
Oh, time for the wagyu.
It does. The ground beef from Aldi doesn't stick at all. It just comes right out. But this one, it sticks really bad. So the fat content just holds on there. Still cheering up over here over the onions.
I'm recovering. I'm in the recovery stage. I've got the spoon.
Just keep picking them up and...
Yeah, so I made a mistake. I put the ground deer meat in the freezer last night instead of the refrigerator. So it still is, it's been sitting out all morning, but it's still a little bit hard. So just note to yourself, if you're going to do this in a big pot, make sure your meat is all the way thawed out.
Now that our meat is nice and brown, we are going to go ahead and add some of our spices. We do add in the beans that have some of the chili sauce spices or whatnot, but we always like to add some of our own. So this is all personal preference. If you guys do want a recipe for this, let me know in the comments below and I will work on measurements before I put it in next time. We'll have to experiment in that on the next one. But we just kind of know what we like to put in there. So we are going to add our paprika, or chili powder, sorry, our paprika, our ground garlic, and our salt and pepper. You can also add in the fresh garlic if you want, but we're not doing that today. We're keeping it pretty simple. Yeah. Got our little helper over there eating his Cheerios too. And we're gonna mix this into the meat. You can do this before or after you put in the tomatoes. I personally would rather mix it with the meat and then just add the stuff right away so that can absorb some of the flavor. In today's world, supermarkets can be kind of crazy. So they either have this or there's some other brands, but the important thing is that you look for something with the beans and chili sauce. So that's what we look for. It changes. There's Bush's, they're like a quick start chili that we've used. This is the Brooks. There's another one with the yellow label. I can't remember the name of it though. But there are a few. So that's what we're doing right now. I know guys, this is gonna be pretty, but okay, well that's not, there we go. What I like to do after this too is add some water. So you have a little bit of the spices in there, and you have, just put in EA water, rinse it out a little bit, but then that's gonna work because we added all those spices earlier, so. Now we are going to open our petite diced tomatoes. Petite. We do petite. Do you know why we do the petite, dear? Why do we do petite? Do you know why?
Because we want to be skinny.
because neither one of us really care for huge chunks of cooked tomatoes and things. So petite diced means they're little. They're itty bitty little tomatoes. Yes.
I just like chunky tomatoes.
Yeah, these are just itty bitty little ones, and they break down pretty well too. And I'm going to ask you, dear, do you know what we're gonna do with this? What are we gonna do now with our...
Play kick the can.
We're going to do the same thing with this one. Add a
Rinse
little bit
it
of water. Yep. We rinse it out. We keep, again, about the same amount per can. It's no science here, but enough to rinse out the flavor you have. And that's one of the reasons I like to add our own spices and seasonings to it, is to kind of add that a little bit. So.
What Mama McGinnis doesn't tell you is that she is what I like to call a cook. She...
Not a baker. Not a baker. Maybe.
But she is a cook. She can mix spices and know the amounts and everything like that. I have to have a recipe. So, yeah.
That's what my mom's the same way though. She has to have a recipe. And the only downside is, I guess, because I can make some good things.
You
but
can.
The downside is I can't really recreate it or tell somebody else how to make it. So that's why I'll make a recipe for you guys. I've done this for my mom. If she wants to make something, I have to go back through it and remake it and then take the measurements. So I can remake things, I just don't have the measurements.
And I feel like this is also the difference from Mama McGinnis coming from a big family and me coming from a not so big family. So
warm up your chicken nugget dinners and pizza and, you know, all that
call
stuff.
me a happy boy.
With my non-measurement methods and ways, I do have, there's different ways you could go about this. So we always add a form of tomatoes. This is something which really helps, especially with, like I said, with the supermarkets. Depending on what's on hand, you can add your type of tomatoes. So during gardening season, we add our own tomatoes, or you could do the petite dice. You could do tomato sauce or tomato paste. When we've had those, we add water and more of the spices in conjunction with that. But with these, I tend to do the 2 cans and maybe add a tomato paste and a little bit extra water. Today we have a tomato sauce that we were going to add in as well, but we're going to kind of see how this goes since both cans were a little bit larger and see our ratios here, but we will keep you guys posted on what we end up doing with that.
All right, how long is this going to marinate for?
So this is actually going to be ready probably within 30 minutes, but we like to keep it low and slow all day long cooking.
Well, camera break. Little man, add Cheerios. Here we go. Like I said before, whenever there's a McGinnis video, there is at least one child right off camera.
Oh goodness. Okay, so this technically is done. Like, it's ready now. But you won't have all those awesome chili flavors and being able to have them marinate together. So we generally like to eat this about an hour, hour and a half-ish after we make it, just to make sure everything's really incorporated well and tastes so good. So good. So we're gonna be eating this here shortly. And like I said, I think we're gonna stick with just the 2 cans today of tomatoes, but we'll see. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and taste test this prior to like actual lunching with it, eating it, devouring it, just to make sure all of our flavors are on point. So I got you the spoon. Let me grab my spoon real quick.
He's gonna taste test my chopsticks.
Okay. Okay, you ready? Take your spoon. Don't burn your lips. I don't know how hot it is right now. Ready? Take it.
Take it. Oh, that's good. Now, what I will say is that Mama McGinnis and myself like our chili a little spicier. We've been experimenting with hot sauces, but we never put that in, you know, for the kids. Make sure that we add our spice, but for them, everything is
so good. I'm gonna put some of the plain Greek yogurt on and sriracha.
She loves sriracha. I like just some cayenne pepper hot sauce. It's really good. But we're gonna get our other kids' reaction to this, and
so good. Yeah, time for lunch.
Time for lunch. On the count of 3, do it. 1, 2, 3, take a bite. What do you think? What do you think?
Good. I like it.
Well, that does it for our McGinnis Place this time, guys. We have some delicious deer chili made for our... Successfully. Yes. Everyone loves it, and it's for our large family. So, you know, do what you can with what you have, and that's what we did, and it is
Let us know how your chili turns out and what are some necessities that you have to add to your chili. I know some people add like cocoa powder, or like you said, we like sriracha in ours, or you hot sauce. But like what's your guys' favorite go-to chili, your favorite ingredient? Let us know.
All right, like, subscribe, do whatever you guys want. We appreciate everything you guys do for us, and we'll see you next time here on our McGinnis Place.
Bye.